Hello, my name is Jacob Podnos, and this is my PowerPoint titled Financial Compensation for College Athletes. And throughout this presentation, I will be explaining reasons why I believe that student athletes should be paid. What is a student athlete? By definition, it's an amateur level athlete that is not paid in salary but provided for by scholarships. And this term was first coined by Walter Briers, who is pictured on the top right. And later in his life, Briers actually admitted that he invented the term student athlete with the emphasis being on student so that they could not be paid as employees, and if the situation called for it, would not be eligible for workers' compensation. Not including football TV revenue, the NCAA makes about $6 billion annually. March Madness basketball tournament makes about 770 million annually. And if you look at the graph, it'll show you that 81% of their revenue comes from television and marketing, but as previously stated, that does not include football. And the main point to keep in mind here is that this is all unpaid labor. Just to put some numbers in perspective, I chose to analyze the University of Texas football program from the year 2012. Just the football program made over $100 million that year. Their coach had a salary of $5 million per year, which is well over 5 times what the president of the school made. Even the athletic director made 1.1 million, which is significantly higher than what the president made. And that just goes to show that sports, specifically football, really are the main cash cow. Your average college football player receives around $200,000 in scholarship money. While this may seem like a very high number, it does not cover a majority of necessities since most of it goes towards tuition. The player pictured in the top right, Warren Sapp, is one of many former players that have been quoted about having to go ask their coach for food after games and other necessities, which is against the rules. Some people might ask, well, why can't a student athlete get a job? And the answer is time. Most student athletes are required to spend the maximum allowed 44 hours a week on football and also have to spend around 40 hours per week on school activities. And 84 hours a week leaves no time for a job. There are numerous problems with the current college athletic system. One of the main ones is that it just benefits an elite few, mainly coaches, athletic directors, commissioners, media executives, who are the ones that perpetually spread the myth of amateur athletics while they get rich and the players are hung out to dry. And this system leads to a lot of corruption, from boosters paying players at their school to come there, to paying high school coaches to try to persuade their player to come to a certain college. The list goes on and on. Unfortunately, the free education that these players get via scholarship is ultimately a condition of their health and success and always ends up taking a backseat to athletics. If a student gets hurt, their scholarship could be gone and all the ideals of education thrown out. And you have to keep in mind that some of these guys take such a beating that they're going to have healthcare bills the rest of their life. And as you can see there, only 2% of 460,000 college athletes will make it to a professional level. Another way that student athletes are taken advantage of is by schools profiting from their image and from their likeness. In 2012, video games featuring these college athletes' likeness made over $4 billion. Not to mention jersey sales like the one pictured there of Tim Tebow at Florida. Who knows how many hundreds of thousands of dollars they've made off that, but he doesn't get a dime from it. Yet he's the one that has brought all the value to that product. He is the reason that people want a number 15 jersey, yet he receives no compensation for it. There are a number of simple solutions to this problem that don't involve outright paying players like they're professionals. These include compensating athletes when their image is used in a profitable manner, such as the jersey sales or video games, monthly stipends for necessities, and just to pay for the cost of attendance for school. The stuff that the scholarship doesn't cover, as was mentioned earlier in the PowerPoint. All in all, college sports is a multi-billion-dollar industry, not much different than professional sports. And these college athletes deserve at least a small piece of the pie.